All right, one more minute and I will enter the queue. I'm just waiting one more minute to enter the queue. If you're joining me, thank you very much. I'm trying to start a new series chronicling my bad drafting with Dave. So this will be episode 2, and we're doing the Legacy Cube. So it's 6 p.m. I'm going to enter the event. So now drafting the Magic Online Legacy Cube. Just need 2 more players. How's everyone doing tonight? Just 1 more player needed. Here we go. We've got Garruk, Caller of Beasts, Kiora, the Crashing Wave, Blade Splicer, Char, Chrome Mox, Sunpetal Grove, Treachery, Verdant Catacombs, Gutter Snipe, Reanimate, Vampire Hexmage, Worn Power Stone, Disenchant, Kranko's Command, and Wild Mongrel. Well, Planeswalker's a pure value. Garruk costs 6. Reveal the top 5, put all creatures into your hand. You may play a green creature from your hand onto the battlefield. Gain an emblem with whenever you cast a creature. You may search your library for the creature and put it onto the battlefield. Kiora, until your next turn, what does it say? Prevent all combat damage dealt by target permanent. Draw a card, play an extra land. I like drawing cards. Blade Splicer's pretty decent too. But we're going to go with the Kiora. Crater Hoof Behemoth, Sheoldred, Whispering One, Chord of Calling, Crescent Captain, Shadden Port, Shivan Reef, Talaran the Sky Summoner, Temple of Malady, Eternal Witness, Gorkland Rampager, Lightning Mauler, Compulsive Research, Into the Royal, and Journey to Nowhere. Leaning towards Eternal Witness and Chord of Calling. Video's a little laggy. Tolerant is decent with instants and sorceries, but Eternal Witness, pure value. We've got Angelic Destiny, Consuming Vapors, Figure of Destiny, Sacromancy, Student of Warfare, Temple of Deceit, Wolfhair, Silverheart, Augur of Bolas, Gerard's Verdict, Stoke the Flames, Mog War Marshal, Mulch, and Terminate. Well, if we're going green, Wolfhair Silverheart, it also sends a strong signal that green is being taken. Augur of Bolas is pretty good too if we get instant heavy. Figure of Destiny is cool. Angelic Destiny can be cool. These are all fun cards. Student Warfare is amazing. Stoke the Flames. Recent Standard shows it's awesome. Let's try a Simic thing. We got Massacre Worm, Prophetic Flame Speaker, Soren Markov, Soul of Innistrad, Chamberlain Colossus, Temple of Abandon, Unexpectedly Absent, Vindicate, Boros Charm, Goblin Electromancer, Searing Spear, and Waterfront Bouncer. Well, these are expensive black splashes. The Chameleon is pretty good. Splash red or white, maybe. Try to force Simic here. See what happens. We've got Mind Stone, Lotus Cobra, Voice of Resurgence, Birthing Pod, Caves of Kolos, Curse Scroll, Day of Judgment, Fire Drinker Satar, Sakashima's Student, Thoughtseize, and Through the Breach. Lotus Cobra can be explosive in conjunction with fetch lands, allowing you to play high casting cost threats early on. Voice of Resurgence is pure value. I'm going to have to choose the Birthing Pod though. This was actually just banned in Modern. I don't know how many of you play Modern, but Birthing Pod can be incredibly explosive. Costs a Phyrexian mana, so it can come down for 3 instead of 4 if you're willing to pay to life. And you just slowly ramp up through your mana curve, getting better creatures. Mutavault, Siege Gang Commander, Temple of Plenty, Toxic Deluge, Rakdos Cackler, Seeker of the Way, Sphere of the Suns, Forbidden Alchemy, Incinerate, and Repeal. So we can get mana ramp with Sphere of the Suns, and it helps diversify, adding any colored mana. Mutavault makes our mana base a little more aggressive. I'm going to highlight that for a moment. Siege Gang Commander could be interesting if we ramp into it with the Birthing Pod. Forbidden Alchemy, look at the top 4, put them back in any order. Falconwrath Aristocrat, Bloodline Keeper, Brushland, Mizium Mortars, Elite Vanguard, Go for the Throat, Goblin Bombardment, Rancor, and Sensei's Divining Top. So what stands out here to me is the top and the Rancor. Mizium Mortars would be cool, but the Overload takes a significant investment in red. Sensei's Divining Top, if this was paper, I might choose it. However, it's Magic Online and I'm really slow at clicking everything, so I might time myself out in a game. I think it's wiser for me to choose the Rancor here. We've got Sinkhole, Ajani Steadfast, Karmic Guide, Kiora, Great Glass Spinner, Loxodon, Warhammer, Bloodbraid Elf, Flame Slash, and Gore House Chainwalker. I'm going to take a quick look at Ajani here. Until end of turn, up to 1 target creature gets +1/+1 Vigilance, Lifelink. Put a counter on each creature you control. Karmic Guide. Enters the battlefield, return a creature. I'm gonna choose the Bloodbraid Elf. Ah, it selected a Johnny. Damn it. Char, Sunpetal, Grove, Verdant Catacombs, Gutter Snipe, Disenchant, Krenko's Command, and Wild Mongrel. Highlighting Wild Mongrel here. Eyeing the Petal Grove, since we have the Johnny for some reason. Diverse. Court of Calling, Rishadan Port, Shivan Reef, Gorklan Rampager, Lightning Mauler, and Journey to Nowhere. I'm going to highlight the Court of Calling. Convoke, let you search for any creature casting cost X or less. Sacromancy, Student of Warfare, Temple of Deceit, Mulch, and Terminate. So, Mulch, Temple of Deceit, Student of Warfare. I'm going to go with the Temple of Deceit. Because I have blue with the Kiora, and it would diversify mana. Might get something black, who knows. Prophetic Flame Speaker, Boros Charm, Goblin Electromancer, and Waterfront Bouncer. Highlight the Bouncer for the moment. Prophetic Flame Speaker, Double Strike Trample. When it deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Double red at the casting cost, though. It's going to go with the Bouncer. Voice of Resurgence. That is going to be my pick here. I don't even have to read the other cards. I just know it's Voice of Resurgence. Go with the Forbidden Academy here. And Goblin Bombardment. I don't know if there's any infinite combo with that here in the Legacy Cube. Entreat the Angels, Garruk Wildspeaker, Ulamog the Infinite Gyre, Vengevine, Dungeon Geists, Hall of Triumph, Hero's Downfall, Kakusho, the Evening Star, Marsh Flats, Stormkirk, Nurble, Temple of Enlightenment, Dark Blasts, Jagorath, Tree Speaker, Teetering Peaks, and Think Twice. I gotta see what does level up, add 2 green mana, elves you control have add 2 green mana. Leaning towards Kokushko at the end of the Burning Pod ramp. Or we got Garruk, Umalog. 11. There's no way it can ramp into that. I'd have to hard cast that. I'm not heavy enough in white for Entreat. Vengevine. Whenever you cast a spell, if it's a second creature, you may return. A Johnny Goldmane, Ashiok, Nightmare Weaver, Boon Satire, Edric, Spymaster of Trest, Gravecrawler, Plow Under, Steam Vents, Tundra, Bone Shredder, Goblin War Driver, Spectral Procession, Ultimate Price, Mystical Teaching, and Vampire Liciter. Immediate things that stand out to me: Bone Shredder. I could pod into Bone Shredder, kill something. Boon Satire has Bestow and Flash. It's a 4/3. Edric, Spymaster of Trest. Whenever a creature deals damage to one of your opponents, you may draw a card. Boon Satire is more aggressive than Edric, but Edric will get me card advantage. This is actually a hard choice here. Boon Satire or Adric. I like drawing cards though. Champion of the Parish, Haloed Fountain, Obstinate Baloth, Scalding Tarn, Cetacean, Tactics, Temple of Silence, Dismember, Fire Fist Striker, Knight of Infamy, Path to Exile, Doom Traveler, Force Spike, and Grizzly Salvage. So what stands out here is Dismember, Path to Exile, and Obstinate Baloth immediately. Obstinate Baloth gains for life. If something makes you discard it, put it into the battlefield instead. Dismember has the alternate life cast cost. I don't even know what Cetacean Tactics does. Strive costs 1 green more to cost. Any number of creatures gain +1/+1 and fights. I need creatures. Looking at this, what I've got, I need threats. You can't win without threats. Garruk Apex Predator. Awakening Zone. Badlands. Call of the Herd. Cyclonic Rifts. Grim Lavamancer. Master of the Feast. Nykthos Shrine to Nyx. Condemn. Legacy's Allure. Prophetic Bolt. And Core Skyfisher. I want to be greedy and take the Garruk. I also like Awakening Zone here. It feeds Pod and higher casting cost spells. Maybe that will wheel. Call the Herd. I have a soft spot for because I played back in the Odyssey block. Cyclonic Rift could be deadly too. I am playing blue. Bounce everything. I'll go with the Garruk here. Maybe one of those cards will wheel back around. We'll see. Ajani Vengeance. Ajani, Mentor of Heroes. Angel of Serenity. Corahelm Commander. Honor the Pure. Karplusan Forest. Natural Order. Ophiamancer. Spikeshot Elder. Dissolve. And Mad Cat skills. As an additional cost to cast Natural Order, sacrifice a green creature, search your library for a green creature card, and put it onto the battlefield. Get Progenitus with that, basically. Ajani, Mentor of Heroes, distribute 3 +1/+1 counters on 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. Look at the top 4 cards of your library, you may reveal an aura. Johnny might be a better pick here. Angel Serenity is paw deck. Perforos, God of the Forge. Never gonna have Devotion to red, so that's not a good card. Oh wait. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield you control, deals 2 damage, and puppet creatures, maybe. A Wrath of God, Bayou, Underground River, Arctrail, Nards, Garhide, Inquisition of Kozilek, Murderous Redcap, Ancient Grudge, and Cultivate. Cultivate, Murderous Redcap. I don't have the means to cast Redcap other than Pod. I'll go with the Cultivate. Yeah, Bayou maybe. But Cultivate will help get that land. Vraska the Unseen, Brago King Eternal, Breeding Pool, Hellrider, Stroke of Genius, Night's Whisper, Delver of Secrets, Preordain, and Serene Blaze. I'll be greedy and take the Vraska. Whenever Brago deals damage to a player, exile any number of target permanents you control. Then return those back to the battlefield. That's good with enters the battlefield abilities. Doesn't look like I have many. Maybe the Obstinate Baloth has one, and I guess the Soul Bond with Full Fair. Yossi the Morning Star, Battlefield Forge, Bloodstained Mire, Fire and Ice, Scorched Rasulka, Serendib Efreet, Skullcrack, and Overgrown Battlements. Leaning towards the Overgrown Battlements and the Yossi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yosei might be better, but Overgrown Battlement, ramp, and sacrificable to natural order, and Birthing Pod. Let's see, we got Vengevine, Dungeon Geists, Hall of Triumph, Stromkirk Noble, Temple of Enlightenment, Dark Blast, and Teetering Peaks. So the Temple, Dungeon Geists, and Vengevine. What stand out here? Highlight the Vengevine. Boon sits higher. Looks like it wheeled around. Bone Shredder, Goblin War Driver, Ultimate Price, Mystical Teachings, and Vampire Lacerator. I'm gonna have to go with either the Boon sits higher or the Bone Shredder. Bone Shredder can be good, but I think Boon sits higher, Flash 4-2, and Bestow. Dismember, Firefish Striker, Knight of Infamy, Doomed Traveler, and Grizzly Salvage. Pick the Dismember, I guess. Badlands, Call to Herve, Grim Lavamancy, Legacy's Allure. I guess Call to Herd. Quarhelm Commander, Honor to Pure, and Spikesaw Elder. The Elder. Oh no, wait. Level up. Yeah. Take the red cap. Maybe I'll get a Malera and be like Malera Pod. Searing Blaze. On to pack 3. Sublime Archangel. Exalted, other creatures you control have exalted. Bident of Thassa. Whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player, you may draw a card. Creatures or opponents control attack. Birds of Paradise could be good in a pod deck. Black Sun Zenith. Put X -1/-1 counters on each creature. Shuffle it back into your library. Intuition. Search for 3 cards. Opponent chooses 1. Put it in your hand. Mirari's Wake is pretty decent. Mox Diamonds. Son of Dryads. Son of Dryads. Enchanted permanent is a colorless forest land. That's good removal for green. Brain Maggot, Jack of Pups, and Collector, Bones Splitter, Cloudfin Raptor, Faith's Fetters, and Pillar of Flame. Standouts here: Birds of Paradise, Mirari's Wake, Son of Dryads. I think Mirari's Wake. It's probably no wrong pick. I probably want to do Birds of Paradise, because that opens up my multicolor. Sacrifice it to both Birthing Pod and Avenger of Zendikar, Elspeth, Sun's Champion, Koth of the Hammer, Soren, Solum, Visitor, Tanglewire, Frontline Medic, Giraffe's Messenger, Rootbound Crag, Chainer's Edict, Tracker's Instinct, Dragon, Fodder, Quasali, Pride Mage, Sakura, Tribelder. I want the Sakura, but Avenger of Zendikar yells screaming at me, so isn't the Planeswalkers. Oh, such a tough decision. Ah, I like planeswalkers a lot. If you're able to, ride a planeswalker to victory, it's so awesome. I have to go with Avenger. I need a 6 mana creature. Wallaroots, Chandra Pyromaster, Elesh Norn, Eureka, Huntmaster of the Fells, Abrupt Decay, Hypnotic Spectre, Spellskite, Banishing Light, Tyragon, Predator, Borderland Marauder, Brainstorm, and Farseek. Standout Sarah, Elesh Norn, Wallaroots, Farseek, Trigon Predator. Gonna go with the Elesh Norn. If I can pot into that, it's pretty amazing. Wallaroots would probably be better for the deck. Huntmaster is an amazing card too. Really 5 colors. Bloodsoaked Champion, Genesis Wave, Haloed Spirit Keeper, Mystic Snake, Sulphur Falls, Xathrid Necromancer, Dread Return, Flickerous Portaling Outburst, Lightning Helix, Shrine of Burning Rage, and Finhorn Elves. When Spirit Keeper dies, get X, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. Genesis Wave, reveal the top X. You may put any number of permanents with converted mana cost X or less onto the battlefield. I think Mystic Snake. Could be wrong. Maybe Finhorn Elves would be better. Mystic Snake. It's a fun card. Living Death, Progenitus, Cursor of Kruphix, Gilded Lotus, Greater Gargangadon, Herald of Torment, Maelstrom Pulse, Savannah Lions, Avalanche Riders, Magma Jet, or Manateeth. So there's only 2 cards in this pick that are standing out to me. It's Progenitus and Cursor of Kruphix. I have a natural order. Hypothetically, I could get Progenitus. Cursor of Kruphix screams value, though. Progenitus would be dead if I draw it. Cursor of Kruphix will always be good. Dark Confident, Stormbreath Dragon, 8.5 tails, Exalted Angel, Future Sight, Hammer of Purphoros, Regrowth, Volcanic Island, Ancient Tomb, and Doomblade. I love me Exalted Angel. Volcanic Island, Ancient Tomb. Ancient Tomb or Doomblade. Yeah, I probably should have picked Progenitus since I had the natural order, but Detention Sphere, Fleecebane Lion, Soldier of the Pantheon, Frenzied Goblin, Phantom Centaur, Shardless Agent, Kami of the Ancient Law, Negate and Seal of Fire, leaning towards 3 cards here. The Shardless Agent, Phantom Centaur, and the Fleecebane Lion. The Shardless Agent Cascade, so then I'll get like a Voice of Resurgence or Rancor off it. Phantom Centaur, Pro Black. Damage is dealt to it, remove a counter. Fleece Main Line, I don't have enough white. I think the Charlotte's Agent. Bad Moon, Chandra's Phoenix, Clifftop Retreat, Tarmogoyf, Tempt with Vengeance, Dismiss, Carnophage, and Firebolt. I think the Goyf is correct. Bident of Thassa. Brain Maggot, Jackal Pup, Sin Collector, Bone Splitter, Cloudfin Raptor, and Pillar of Flames. Bident of Thassa, whenever a creature you control deals damage, draw a card. Creature's opponent's control attack. Costs 4. Bone Splitter costs 1. Cloudfin Raptor costs 1. Has Evolve, and it flies. Sorin, Tanglewire, Rootbound Crag, Tracker's Instinct, Dragon Fodder, Qasali, Pride Mage. I think I want to be greedy and take the Planeswalker because I'm retarded like that. Rootbound Crag would probably... I mean, I don't have any much red. Dragon Fodder. Qasali, Pride Mage is probably... I don't have much white either. Waller Roots, Chandra, Abrupt Decay, Tygon, Predator, Farseek. 3 good cards here. Waller Roots, Trigon Predator, and Farseek. Farseek or Trigon Predator? Go Farseek. Sulphur Falls, Exatherin Necromancer, Hordling Outburst, and Lightning Helix. I don't have much red here. I do technically have black. Greater Gargadon, Maelstrom Pearls, and Avalanche Riders. I ended up with no creatures that cost 6. This is like the worst pod deck ever. Dark Confidant, Hammer of Purphoros. Fleece Main Line. Now it's time for deck building. I don't have a 6, so I can't really cast Elesh Norn unless I have a significant amount of white mana. Mystic Snake. Birds, Rancor, Bone Splitter. Waterfront Bouncer. Farseek, Overgrown Battlement. Tarmogoyf, Wild Mongrel. Voice, Dismember, Call the Herd, Cultivate, Boots and Terror, Cursor of Crewfix. Eternal Witness, Court of Calling. Maelstrom Pulse, Edric, Charlotte Adrian. I gotta cut 13 cards. Birds, Rancor, Bone Splitter, Waterfront Bouncer, Farseek, Battlement. Right. Can I move these over all by one? That's not what I want to do. Sort by converted many cost. Without the Progenitus, I'm not sure how good Natural Order is. Probably not that good. Green creature card. Court of Calling is still halfway decent. I'm super greedy when it comes to deck building. I just realized that. Trying to go 4 colors. Oh my god. Gotta cut 10 more cards. I probably should not even be playing white. but I'm greedy. Ah, what to cut? 3 minutes left. I don't think I have enough blue to support Mystic Snake off 4 blue mana sources. So now I gotta get down to 9. Yeah, I should probably cut white, but I'm super greedy because I just want these 2 planeswalkers here. I mean, I've got 2 planes, Birds of Paradise, Farseek, and a Cultivate. However, you know. Birds, Waterfront Bouncer, Farseek, Scoif, Goal, Dismember, Call, Cultivate, Boots of Terror, Cruiser. If I cut the white, I can throw back in. Sort by color. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 black and 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. 4 black, 4 blue. 3 swamps, 3 islands, and a Temple of Deceit. Seems about right, especially if the mana fixing. Maybe the Court of Callings is just not cutting it. 4 more cuts. Garruk, Obstinate Bailiff, Vengevine, Kiora, Wolfare, Vraska, Garruk. Bouncer. Maybe Bone Splitter. Oh my god, gotta cut. I'm just gonna have to submit a 42 card deck. I'll edit it in the sideboarding. Round 1 is about to begin.